Hi guys and gals, Al Smith here. Today we're going to talk about the Modified Jacoby two-no trump convention. This is the 9th lesson in the course for the response system when your partner opens one heart for one spade in the first or second seat. Okay, let's take just a brief history of the Jacoby the two-no trump. This one dates all the way back to the 1940s. And it was supposedly developed by Oswald Jacoby. However, it appears that it was developed earlier by a fellow by the name of Leo Bergen, and that this occurred all the way back in the 1940s. And it's a conventional bid that allows the responder to show 4+ card support for the major suit that's open first and second seat, and shows 12+ points for the opener's bid major. What this does is to allow the opener it allows the responder to immediately tell the opener that he has 4+ support opening points and makes for easier slam investigation. Jacoby two-no trump also then complements jump phrases, Bergen raisins, and splinters. Many of these were later additions after Jacoby two-no trump. So, it appears that the Jacoby two-no trump with 4+ cards support may have been really one of the first innovations to take place. The usual form of this is your partner opens one heart, you go two-no trump, or one spade, and you go two-no trump. And it showed two types of hands. One is a 4-card support with a singleton and void and 14+ points, or a 4+ card support with 12+ points. The first one sets the upper limit of the splinter. Okay, so what this does is says the splinter bid really is 11 to 13. All right, might need be 11 to 14. All that's a judgment call. Okay, but this was used to say, I've got one of these two types of hands. Okay, and like I said, one is a complement and associated with the splinter bid, and the other one actually set the foundation for the Bergen bids. Okay, one of the things that in the last lesson we talked about wide Bergen. Okay, and Bergen became very popular in the 1980s, and Marty Bergen used two bids to describe 4+ support with 7 to 9 points and 4+ support with 10 to 11 points. Okay, one of the things that we did with wide Bergen last week is reduce that to just one bid, so that wide Bergen says we've got 10 to 13. What this does is allows us to use that second bid in relationship to the Jacoby convention rather than using two-no trump. Okay, and this allows us to then also make the Jacoby bid more specific. Instead of having it as being a 12+ without a singleton and void and 14+ with a singleton and void, you can now make it 14+ all the way around. So we don't have that confusion about it being a weaker hand. Okay, and what we can do is this gives us more bidding room to help develop a better described balanced hands with 2-card support that we can use in relationship to two-no trump. So let's kind of look at how this unfolds. Okay. We got up here, come modified Jacoby two-no trump with the two-no trump crossed out. Why did I cross it out? Because we're not going to use two-no trump any longer to initiate the Jacoby convention. What we're going to do is remember that this bid represents we've got 4+ cards, and now we're going to define it as 14+ distribution points with or without a singleton or void. Okay, the responder's not going to initiate Jacoby any longer by bidding two-no trump. Now, instead of bidding two-no trump, if the suit is hearts, we're going to use one heart, 2 spades. Okay, some people are going to say, okay, I use that for a weak jump shift. Well, I think whoever invented the weak jump shift did a great disservice to bridge. You know, it's kind of like standing up to your opponents and waving a flag and say, "Hey guys, I don't have anything. And by the way, I'm exposing myself to ridicule by bidding a suit that I'm, you know, I have 0 to 5 points. I've got 6 cards in the suit. And I don't have anything else." Really makes it easy on the defenders to pick your bones. Okay, so I'm totally against weak jump shifts. You haven't figured that out? I totally hate them. Okay, I think they're worthless bids. Okay, now, so what we're going to do is going to use 1 heart, 2 spades as the initiation of Jacoby. And then we're going to use 1 spade, 3 clubs as the initiation of Jacoby when the suit is spades. So you can see we're no longer using 2 no trump. We'll discuss that in one of the next lessons as to how we're going to use 2 no trump and 3 no trump in the overall response system. Okay. Now, just like, and the only thing we're really changing here is what bid the responder makes to initiate Jacoby. The convention remains pretty much the same. The convention is designed for exploring slam. Okay, and let's take a look at some examples here of hands where you might want to use Jacoby. All right, let's look at this first one here. The partner has opened 1 heart. Okay, what do we got here? Well, we've got 4 hearts, yeah. So we've got a 4+ card fit, and we've got 14 distribution points. Okay, we've got 3, 6, 10, 12, 13, and 1 for doubles. And so we've got 14. So we meet the requirement. So what we're going to do is we want to use Jacoby here. And what we're going to do is we're going to jump and bid 2 spades, and our partner is going to alert it because our partner is going to explain we have 4+ hearts and 14+ distribution points. Let's look at another example here. In this case, our partner opens 1 spade. We've got 4 spades. Good deal. We've got 19+ distribution points in this case. Now, we also have a nice 5-card diamond suit. So we actually could make a 2/1 bid here, but we don't want to because we want to tell our partner immediately that we've got a 4+ card fit with his bid major. So what we're going to do is, yes, we want to do it again. We want to use the Jacoby bid again. We're going to jump to bid 3 clubs. So you can see how it's initiated with hearts. You can see how it's initiated with spades. You can see there's a wide range, 14+. This hand, second hand, could actually have 20 points. Okay, and what it does is it says, hey, partner, I want you to further describe your hand. And my primary purpose is to determine whether we want to be in slam or not. It almost always guarantees you're going to be in game. Let's take a look at this example here. Here we've got 1 spade. We should have 4 spades. But I've got 5 on the screen. I'm going to have to fix this. But let's pretend we've got 4 spades and 18 distribution points. Okay, we're going to want to use it again. We're going to bid 3 clubs. Okay, because we want to show that we've got the fit and we have the points. All right. So now actually this should say 4 spades, 5 spades here. Okay, and we still want to use this with a 5-card support. Okay, again, the reason is we want to tell our partner we've got a great fit and we want to explore slam. Let's take a look at this next example. Here we've got 4 hearts. Our partner opened 1 heart, and we've got 13 distribution points. Okay, now, do we want to use Jacoby here? Well, it's close, but close only counts in horseshoes. So it's actually too weak. We've got we've got a singleton, and we are too weak. We've got 13 distribution points, and we need to have 14 to use it. So because we've only got 13, and we've got a singleton, what we're going to want to do is tell our partner, use the most descriptive bid. What we're going to do is make a splinter bid. I'm going to bid 4 clubs. You got to remember how all of these little pieces of this small jigsaw puzzle fit together. In the 5th example here, our partner opened 1 spade. We've got 4, 3, 3, 3 shape of a flat hand. We've got 4 spades, and we've got 13 high card and distribution points. Because it's totally flat, we don't get anything extra for distribution. Now, again, 13 is not greater than or equal to 14, which is what we're now requiring for the Jacoby bid. So what are we going to want to do? We're going to use wide Bergen. Okay, we're going to tell our partner we've got 4 card support and 10 to 13 points. So you can see and start to see how these pieces fit together. They're very exact and finely, finely crafted. All right, let's look at example number 6. In this one, we've got a super hand. Partner opens 1 heart. We've got 4 hearts. We've got 20 high card points and distribution points. We know for a fact we're going to be at least 6 something, maybe 7. The question is where? So what we're going to do here is going to use it again. We're going to bid 2 spades. Now it says, hey partner, we want to explore slam. Okay, we've got a super fit in hearts. Now the question is, the challenge is communicating back and forth, communicating what each player has. Now, if you're actually using the rule of 22 to open 1 heart, your partner's got 2 quick tricks. Okay, he's probably got the ace of hearts, and he's probably got the king, queen of one of the suits, or the 2 kings. Okay, that if he's got the king, queen, that's still 11 points, 9 points, the ace of hearts into king, queen. Needs 13 open, he's probably got some more somewhere else. So you've got a really good chance of making 7 no trump on this contract. And if you want to really be on the safe side, you might be in 7 hearts. So let's take a look at opener second bid. So the responder has initiated the Jacoby bid by bidding 2 spades or bidding 3 clubs. Okay, there's a set of bids. The opener's challenge is now to describe his or her hand as accurately as possible, where the bids are in priority order structured to provide the greatest amount of information to the responder in terms of exploring slam. So the first thing is a jump in a new suit. What a jump in a new suit says is, hey, partner, I know I not only have 5+ cards in the major that I opened, but I have a second 5+ card strong suit that's potentially runnable. So if the bidding was 1 heart, 2 spades, 4 clubs would say, hey, I've got 5+ clubs that are potentially runnable. Okay, how does that fit with your hand? So that's the first priority. Say, hey, I've got a strong second suit. The second priority is to show shortness. You do this by bidding 3 of a new suit, and the shortness is the singleton or void. So that gives the responder information immediately where they can look to say, hey, my partner's got a singleton or a void in clubs, and it fits well with my hand or it doesn't fit well with my hand. The third priority bid is to bid 3 of the major suit. What bidding 3 of the major suits says, I've got 6+ cards in the suit, no shortness. Now, note that it says no shortness because the number 2 priority is to show shortness. Okay, and it's got extra values. What's extra values? 15+ link points. The 4th priority is to bid 3 no trump and says, well, I've got 5 in the suit, no shortness, and extra values. So you can see that these are actually coming down in a structured order from the strongest hands to the weaker hands. And if you've got a normal opening after your partner bids Jacoby, what you're going to do is just bid 4 of the majors. Says, hey, I've got a minimal opening somewhere between 14 and fewer points. Okay, if you've got really a super hand, you can keep going, but I'm putting a limit on my hand so you can figure out whether we should be going higher or not. Okay, the responder is going to use this information from the opener second bid to determine whether to bid game, showing no interest in slam, or explore slam. Let's take a look at a couple of examples. I've got some things out of order here, but that's going to be okay. We'll just ignore those for now until we need them. In this first example, we've got we opened one heart and our partner bid 2 spades, saying I've got 4 plus hearts and 14 plus points. What do we got? Well, we've got 5 hearts and 14. That gives us 28. Now, does our partner, do we have a possibility for slam? Yeah, remember, our partner is still only defined a lower limit for their bid, 14 plus. So we got 28. So what we're going to want to do here, do we have a second 5-card suit, a strong 5-card suit? No. Do we have shortness? Yes, we do. We're going to show shortness by bidding 3 clubs. Our partner is now going to know we've got a singleton or a void in clubs. And they can look to see how that fits with the values in their hand. Let's look at this second example here. In this one, our partner opens a spade to initiate Jacoby when the suit is spade. Our partner, the responder, jumps to 3 clubs. Now let's look at what we've got here. We've got 5 spades, 1 heart, 5 clubs, 5 diamonds, and 2 clubs. Now that's a pretty strong diamond suit here. We've got 5 of them. We've got the ace king. If our partner's got the queen, we can have a runnable suit here. Okay, so what we're going to want to do, because we have the second strong, the second strong 5-card suit, that's our number 1 priority bid. We're going to show that bid. Okay, what we're going to do is bid 4 diamonds. That's a natural bid, so there's no alert required. Okay, and what that says is, hey partner, I've got a second suit. How does that, and it's potentially runnable. How does that fit with you? Our partner's sitting there and says, I've got the queen jack. That's pretty good. I probably know my partner's got the ace king. Okay, and I've got these spades and blah, 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 blah. We can make slam. Now it's a question of what level are you going to be at? You're going to be at 4, 5, 6, or 7. Let's look at the third example here. In this example, it's again in spades. The partner initiated Jacoby by bidding 3 clubs. We've got 6 spades and 16 plus length points. Okay, 16 plus length points is extra values. So what we want to do is we're going to make a priority 3-level bid. What we're going to do is show our 6 plus card suit and extra values. And we do that by bidding 3 spades. Because it communicates specific information about the length of the suit, generally I would alert this. I'm not sure it's actually mandatory, but I would alert it. Let the opponents know I've got my partner's got a 6 plus card spade suit and extra values. Okay, let's look at example number 4. In this one, we have Jacoby initiated by bidding two spades. Okay, we've got a nice hand here. We've got 5 hearts, 18 length points. Okay, now, do we have a second 5 plus card suit? No. Do we have shortness? No. Do we have 6 plus hearts? No. But we do have 5 hearts and extra values. So we communicate to this star partner by bidding 3 no trump. It specifically says, I don't have a singleton or a void. I don't have the second 5-card suit. I don't have six plus cards in my heart suit. So it says to our partner, okay, and I've got 15 plus points, so they can make the determination of whether a suit contract is best or a no trump contract is best. Okay, if the responder in this particular situation also has a relatively balanced hand, and you get to the 6th level, it may be very advantageous to be bidding in 6 no trump. Let's look at example number 5. Excuse me. Okay, here we're in spades again, and we're going to initiate Jacoby. Jacoby was initiated by a partner bidding 3 clubs. What do we got here? Well, we've got 5 hearts and 14 points. Okay, now we've got 14 points. Okay, that does not, so we don't have a second. To begin with, we need to have extra values. And we have 14. This is a normal opening. We don't have a second 5-card suit, strong 5-card suit. We don't have shortness, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we don't have any of those bids we went through on the previous page. So what we're going to do, because we've got a normal open, we're going to bid 4 spades. Okay, and that says, hey, partner, I really don't have a lot of interest in slam. I don't have any extra values. You make your decisions based upon what you've got in your hand. Let's look at another example here. Okay, and example number 6, suits hearts, partner initiates Jacoby by bidding 2 spades. Okay, what do we got here? Well, we've got an interesting hand. We've got 7 hearts and 19 plus line points. Okay. Now, first priority, second 5 plus card suit? Nope. Shortness, yes, we do. So we're going to bid 3 clubs. Now, the reason I put this example in here is because your partner is probably going to start Q bidding. Okay, and when you bid 4 clubs later in this hand, what that says is you've got a void, because the first one says you've got a single center void. If you rebid that suit later, it's saying that you have a void. So this is a way of clearly communicating to your partner that you've got a void. Okay, now that basically is the Jacoby convention. We have to explore a little bit how you continue the bidding and so forth. But it's a great convention and gives you the capability of describing, communicating between the partners what you have in terms of, first of all, the super fit, then the type of hand you have, and makes exploring slam a lot easier. Okay, if you've got any questions or anything, shoot me an email or give me a call. That's great. All right. And I hope you all have a great day and that you find these lessons useful and informative. All right. Thanks again. Take care now.